Okay, we're going to do a little video here. Alright, here's some pecan pie. So I figured I'd start with this on this little short video. So speaking of pecan pie, when I was hunting back in October, when I was out hunting with my buddy John, I found some pecan trees. And I'm going to pull my hunting vest up here. So I found these pecan trees out there while I was hunting. And I got some video here I'll show you too where I was picking up the pecans. Alright John, I'm going to head on up in here. I'm going to head on up in here. Okay. Back road. I was wondering what that was I was seeing. I guess these are pecans. I was seeing some green ones back there on the ground. This is pretty thick in here. There's the pecan trees there. There's the pecan nuts all over the place. More here, there. A bunch of them back there that I passed through. So these are pecan trees here. And there's a lot of oak trees up in here too. Okay, and doing a little search here on Google for the pecans. And it says the states that have pecan production are Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Florida, Georgia, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Carolina, Oklahoma, and Texas. So it looks like they grow pretty well, pretty much all across the South, pretty good. Okay, and also I was Googling the other day, I was Googling the pecan trees to see what they looked like, see what the leaves look like. Some of these, and you can see the one there, the outer shell's cracking open. And that's the way a lot of these were that I were finding. They were the green shells at first, and then some of them had already broken open and were rotten. So I was just getting on here and Googling some of this. Now that one right there, that looks exactly like the ones I was finding. And you'll see in my video some of them laying on the ground. Some of them laying on the ground look like that. They were green, some of it was already turning black. And that one says that's a water hickory bitter pecan. Which the ones I was breaking open, I was eating some of them, the ones that wasn't rotten. They tasted okay, they were like pecans. So this is just some of the Google search that I found. Try to get that to zoom in. Oh, let's just talk about the plant cells. Here's some more that were cracking open. So those are a lot like what I was finding out there. About the same thing. There's some more, I guess there's some different varieties. There's some different varieties that they're showing. So the ones I had out there, they were shaped more like these ones here that they're calling Stewart. Look a little more like these, the Stewart pecans. I don't know though, I mean I found them out in the wilds. Here's some more. Some different variety. Here we go, here's some different variety. Anyway, I just wanted to throw this in here too, that I was Googling and searching up a little bit about the pecan trees. And this one. Oh, here's one. This one says Florida Panhandle. Outdoor wild. And that looked exactly like the ones I was finding. The leaves look the same. You couldn't hardly tell with the leaves I had just now in my hunting jacket there, my hunting vest. I mean, they were swiveling up and down. But that looks exactly like the leaves and the pecans. And here's a little more. The pecans are grown commercially in 15 states in the southern U.S. And they're grown in orchards. A while ago I said they were farmed, so I mean they were orchards that they were grown in. And here's Wikipedia. It says the pecan is a species of hickory native to northern Mexico and the southern United States. In the region of the Mississippi River, the tree is cultivated for its seed in the southern United States, primarily in Georgia, New Mexico, and Texas, and in Mexico. So this is talking about it's also used for the nut is used as a snack in various recipes. Talking about in praline candy, I've never heard of that. And pecan pie, which is what I had a few minutes ago. I was picking some up off the ground. There was a lot on the ground. Some of them were rotted. And then there were some green ones on the ground. There were some that were broke open. Alright, so there's the pecans. Actually, I had picked up a few of the leaves too. Or one of the stems with some leaves on it. Just because I was using that to make sure I identified what these were. So I put the paper towels up here on the table to keep from making a mess on the table, since Lynette's got it decorated for Christmas. You can see the Christmas stuff, and today's actually the 4th of December. So we went hunting, and I was already planning on doing this video before now. So I just pulled these pecans out of my vest yesterday to make sure they were still good. And then I went ahead and went and bought, I was looking for a bag of pecans. But we found these in the shell mixed nuts, so they got pecans in them. So what I want to do is break open these that were wild. that I found out there in the wild. Alright, so I'm going to have to actually get something else to open these with. So let's go ahead and open this bag. So this is what these are going to look like once I crack open that outer shell. Once I get that outer shell cracked open, these are what's inside. Let me get a couple of those out. So you can see these are the store-bought ones. Okay, so these are the store-bought pecans. So I'm gonna move this outside so I can get a hammer and see what else I need to open these out there. So I'm not doing it in here on the table.
And I want to see that when it open.
And this is just one of the leaves off of the pecan trees. So I just kept that to identify the trees, make sure when I Googled them and was looking them up. Alright, so I'm going to move outside. Okay, I've moved outside here to finish this up. I got a few more tools out here to crack these open with. So let me pull these back out of my... Pull a couple of them out. So I'm going to try a couple of things here.
Turn it over and hit the other side. Hold it. Turn it over. Hold it with that. Now hit it with the hammer again. Uh-oh.
Yeah, those are rotten.
Oh.
You can see part of the nut in there, but it's just, or at least this one's rotten.
Yeah.
Let's try a couple more here. I was thinking they might still be good the way they looked here.
Mm-hmm. It's looking like they're all like that.
Yeah, it looks like they're all going to be rotten.
That's why the middle
You
shell's
can see the
busting
pecan
too.
in it. Yeah.
Ooh.
This one don't look rotten.
No, it don't, does it? That's why it was so hard to break, that one.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't disintegrate.
Might be part of the nut there.
Let Chloe try one. She'll try it. She'll eat anything. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that looks good.
It does, yeah. See if I can break it on open here.
Hey, I can dig that out with a screwdriver.
Try a couple more.
Alright, you go ahead, because I'm going to see it. You're done anyway. I'm going to go finish it.
Want to try a little piece?
If you do. Give me one of them. Is it real hard? It got a little bit of shell. That one's got some shell on it.
I don't think that one's in. Yeah, these things here are really hard. There's a little piece.
Oh.
It tastes okay.
Tastes like a pecan.
So the first two look like they were already rotten. Of course, they've been sitting in my jacket here in my hunting vest for the last month. I had already meant to do this video. That one's rotten. That one's definitely rotten. I'd much rather go ahead and be able to do the video, not just throw them away and not do the video. So you can tell a little bit of difference there between them. These are ones I found out in the woods, and the ones that on the farm. I'll open them in a minute. It tastes pretty good. Definitely pecan. Well, so now let's compare it. These are the store-bought ones we just bought. That's a big difference there. Yeah, these store-bought ones open a lot easier. It's definitely pecans then. Grown in the wild. Wild pecan trees in Central Florida. So they definitely taste like pecans, but these store-bought ones are really good. There's a little bitty piece of one in there. I can't get it out. It's not rotten yet. Okay. That one wasn't completely rotten. I'm sure there's some of the animals that were eating them out there. Might as well break them all open. There we go, there's a little bit better, a little bit bigger chunk. So this is the wild one. I think the store-bought ones are just maybe just a little sweeter. Not by much though. Not bad. You try one, Cody? You don't want it? You want it? Come here. Here. Here, I'll give you one of these. Come here. Come here. Here. Come here. Here. You want it? You can eat it. She didn't eat it. She'll usually eat sometimes I'll give her cashews. I don't give them anything too hard. They'll eat cashews and some of the other nuts that are not real hard. Alright, this is store-bought. It's just a little bit sweeter than the wild one. Some of that is some from the wild one. A lot of little pieces there. I got two more of these to go here. I might as well break them open. That one still looks pretty good. Change position there. Making my leg go to sleep. These are good, they're just a lot harder to get in. Definitely eat them, it's just harder to get out. They're breaking up into little bitty pieces trying to get them out. are definitely edible. Some more, the wild one. I'm glad they wasn't completely rotten. At least some of it was still a little bit good to eat here. I don't think I'm gonna worry about opening that last one. That's good enough for my video. I don't want to make it too long. Alright, I'm getting my mess all cleaned up here. Thank you for watching.